Good morning. It's Monday, July 7th. This is Sober Readings. From Daily Reflections, titled, And Letting Go of It. Primarily fear that we would lose something we already possessed or would fail to get something we demanded. Living upon a basis of unsatisfied demands, we were in a state of continual disturbance and frustration. Therefore, no peace was to be had unless we could find a means of reducing these demands. The difference between a demand and a simple request is plain to anyone. That's from 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 76. Peace is possible for me only when I let go of expectations. When I'm trapped in thoughts about what I want and what should be coming to me, I'm in a state of fear or anxious anticipation, and this is not conducive to emotional sobriety. I must surrender, over and over, to the reality of my dependence on God, for then I find peace, gratitude, and spiritual security. Today's reading from the 24 Hours book, the AA Thought for the Day. We had become hopelessly sick people, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. The power that controlled us was greater than ourselves. It was John Barleycorn. Many drinkers have said, I hadn't gone that far. I hadn't lost my job on account of drink. I still had my family. I managed to keep out of jail. True, I took too much sometimes, and I guess I managed to make quite an ass of myself when I did, but I still thought I could control my drinking. I didn't really believe that I was an alcoholic. Ask yourself, if I was one of these, have I fully changed my mind? The meditation for the day. Painful as the present time may be, you will one day see the reason for it. You will see that it was not only testing, but also a preparation for the life work which you are to do. Have faith that your prayers and aspirations will someday be answered. Answered in a way that perhaps seems painful to you, but is the only right way. Selfishness and pride often make us want things that are not good for us. They need to be burned out of our natures. We must be rid of the blocks which are holding us back before we can expect our prayers to be answered. The prayer for the day. I pray that I may be willing to go through a time of testing. I pray that I may trust God for the outcome. And finally, today's reading from As Bill Sees It, page 12, titled Seeking Fool's Gold. Pride is the basic breeder of most human difficulties, the chief block to true progress. Pride lures us into making demands upon ourselves and upon others, which cannot be met without perverting or misusing our God-given instincts. When the satisfaction of our instincts for sex, security, and a place in society becomes the primary object of our lives, then pride steps in to justify our excesses. That's from the 12 and 12 book, pages 48 to 49. And the last reading, I may attain humility for today, only to the extent that I am able to avoid the bog of guilt and rebellion on one hand, and on the other hand, that fair but deceiving land which is strewn with the fool's gold coins of pride. This is how I can find and stay on the high road to humility, which lies between these extremes. Therefore, a constant inventory which can reveal when I am off the road is always in order. And that is from an article in the Grapevine from June of 1961. That brings us to the end of today's readings. Thanks for listening. And until next time, don't drink, go to a meeting, and keep coming back. Have a great day. And as my friend Larry says, best day ever.